Hey folks, welcome to another episode of the Real License Podcast. We are on location in the GTA. That's the Greater Toronto area for those of you who don't know. We're here with the CEO, owner, businesswoman, entrepreneur, Miss SHARON Johnson. And she is the owner and CEO of the Potluck chain of restaurants in the Greater Toronto area, a chain of Caribbean restaurants, and she is most importantly from St. Thomas, Jamaica, and she's here with us, so we're gonna have a little sit down. So welcome to the show, madam.
Thank you for having me.
You can speak up a little bit louder. she's kind of shy.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so obviously, we want to talk to you because you're from the parish of St. Thomas. And what we do on the show, we highlight people from the parish of St. Thomas, people who are doing good things and commendable things and noteworthy things. So let's go right into it. You're from Aelous Valley. Were you officially born? Were you born in St. Thomas?
Yes, I was born in Aelous Valley.
You were born in Aelous Valley, St. Thomas. Okay, that's good to know. So tell us a little bit about the early childhood and your upbringing. Let's start with the early childhood education. Where did you attend school?
I attended Aelous Valley Basic School, then Aelous Valley All Age.
Aelous Valley Basic School and Aelous Valley All Age, okay. And
then from Aelous Valley All Age, I went to Morantby High School.
Oh, so you went to Morantby High School. Oh, say that's good. We have something in common. So tell us a little bit about growing up in Aelous Valley in the early years, like from a socio-economic standpoint, like what was life like financially, like your family?
Well, I would say we weren't rich. We were, I grew up with my grandmother. I stayed with my grandmother while my mother went out to work. I really grew up in the bush, call it that. I mean,
okay.
Bush.
Yeah.
No, they say on the farm. Like my grandmother in the mornings as a baby, she said she would put me, they have the donkey with the hamper. So she put me as a baby in the hamper and then a stone in the other hamper to balance.
To balance it.
So most of my time I spent really with her on the farm. They have that thatch hut. That's where they would put me as a baby. I grew up on the farm.
A true country farm life. Okay.
I enjoy like the wind going through the blade of the grass, looking at a mango tree, with 3 different crops, ripe, green, and so,
true country life.
Yes.
True St. Thomas style.
Yes. From when I was 4, I was kind of planting my own apple tree, the Etiota apple tree, I can remember.
Okay.
Yeah, my grandfather would dig the hole, I put the tree in, so yeah.
Oh, okay. And so you went to Aelous Valley Primary. I recently found out Aelous Valley had a primary school. So Aelous Valley always had a primary school?
Yeah, all age school.
All age at the time, which is, I think all the all age schools are primary now. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Do you have any fond memories of primary school days? Do you remember any classmates or teachers or anything?
Yeah, I had a teacher I really loved. Her name was Merle Bennett.
Oh.
I really loved her. She was calm, I learned a lot from her. I was mostly like on top of my class, like first, second. She was really good.
Okay. And then from Aelous Valley All Age on to Morantby High School.
Morantby High School. From Morantby High School, I went to Duff's Business College in Kingston.
Okay, so let's not slide over Morantby High School too fast. Let's just talk about the days on Highbury Hill. What are some of your memories of Morantby High School? What was the experience like from first to fifth? Anything you remember? What time frame did you attend Morantby High School? If you remember?
I went 1970, 78?
78.
Yeah, I started in 1978.
Oh, 78, okay. And early 80s, that's when you graduated.
Yeah.
Okay. Who were some of the teachers you remember? And
I remember Mr. Stoney.
Mr. Stoney. Okay, we just saw him yesterday. We just saw Mr. Stoney yesterday.
I remember Mr. Jackson.
Howard
Cardigan
Jackson.
Jackson.
Oh, Cardigan Jackson.
Yeah.
I heard about that,
Yeah,
Mr. Jackson. Okay.
Howard Jackson too. Miss Menzie.
Miss Menzie.
She was in
Mrs.
the
Stevens now.
Yeah.
Okay. So some of our teachers were around from those times. Okay. Yeah, Miss Menzie.
Yeah,
Okay.
So, Mr. Reese.
Don't know who he is. What subject?
I think it was history.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so those are the ones that, sticks out.
That you remember. And then from Morby High School, you went on to Duff's Business College, you say, in Kingston?
Yeah.
Was that where your love for the culinary arts started, or?
No, that was really a secretarial.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
So, then after Duff's, shortly after Duff's, I actually worked. My first real job was in Springfield Social Development Commission.
Oh, SDC.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
as a clerk typist.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I was supposed to go to license. I did the interview in Kingston Social Development, and they said, "Okay, you're going."
Did
to
you just say license?
Yes.
Are you familiar that this episode, this podcast is called the Real License Podcast, name of the hometown?
Yeah, I was supposed to work there, but I did my orientation at Springfield, and then Miss Vera Daly was the parish manager at the time. She said she's not gonna bother to let me go to license. But every now and again, I would just go out there for a short period of time.
So you've had some experience actually being in my hometown of license. Okay. So exactly like what time frame did you migrate to Canada?
1990.
1990. And I'm asking you this for a particular reason, because we're all immigrants and we have immigrant stories. Like my very first job was at McDonald's. I flipped burgers and I dropped fries. What was your very first job in Canada?
My first real work was at Polycell Packaging. It was a place where they did, like, they printed bags, like, like the bread bags that has the prints on it.
Oh, okay.
So I would operate the machine. You have to cut, fold, make sure the prints are coming out okay, stack them. So that was my.
So where did the love for the culinary arts start? How did you get into the restaurant business?
You know what? I have a love for people. So I really, at one point, I said to myself, I wanted to go into nursing field. I started off by being, what you call it, healthcare aide. And at the time, I had my kids, so I really needed to be working. I couldn't just go to school and not work. So I started with healthcare aide, where I could, actually still be doing some nursing stuff while studying. Then the opportunity came up. The kid's father knew someone who had a restaurant. It was a Spanish guy called Jose. And I guess he was tired and really wanted to come out of the restaurant business. The restaurant was called Chicken Land Barbecue.
Okay.
So the guy, Jose, actually, offered the restaurant to him, and he came to me and said, okay, Jose offered the restaurant, you have to go and, see what he's doing and all of that. So I kind of went, and when I went there, they were doing like barbecue ribs, barbecue chicken, fries, chicken sandwiches and stuff. So we eventually started adding our menu, and it was going.
So you started adding a little Caribbean twist to the menus.
Yes.
And
so we were there for maybe 2 years, close to 2 years. Then the spot we were at, they wanted it for a police station.
Oh.
So, they take over us. So we had to move. They gave us back our last month rent and all that.
Yeah. I know how that works. When government want a certain space, they'll buy you out. Yeah.
So, we, kind of said okay, but then because I was 2 years into this because I had stopped working where I was. First, I used to, go to work nights, then come to the restaurant in the morning and all of that. And I skipped. During that time, I went to Constellation College of Hospitality. I did hotel and restaurant management.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was very hard to just, back out of it. So I kind of started looking for a place to set up again. And I found a place not too far from where we were in the same area, Highway 10 and Dundas. It wasn't a visible spot. It was kind of under a basement, a little mall area, but I decided to take it. And we went in and, it was like a food court. It has eight units, but there was just 2 that was occupied. So under there was really dead. But I said to myself, you know what?
You can make it work.
Yes.
And that was your first official spot.
Yes. So under there, I tell you, I have days when I would have to take my little daughter, Makita, put her on something to stand up at the cash register. The other one there helping me to serve, my son in the back,
Preparing.
Seasoning the meat, doing the vegetables. Their father was there too. But it got so busy. When you look, the line was going through the door, up the steps. After a while, I had neighbors, and they would complain that the line was blocking them, right? So we changed the line from this side to that side. That one started complaining. We send it across. It was, but it was all good. We had really a really good time under that place. Like I said, I wasn't visible. So really, it was just, I survived because of how I treated people. You just love them. People will come, even though, they're coming for the food, but they're coming to tell me what's going on with them. And while I'm serving them, I'm listening to what they're telling me, what happened yesterday, or what their child is doing, or what their wife is doing. And then as I cash them out, I'll just give them just a little
extra.
Yeah, and I'll say to them, never mind. Like my grandmother would say, never mind. Things will get better. The darkest part of the
So it was
night,
more than just food. It was. You were also somewhat offering therapy.
Yes.
Okay.
And I have a lot of those customers until now. Some of them are really my eyes. Because if they go to any restaurants and any other restaurant, something is happening that they know that's not me, my phone is gonna ring.
Oh, okay.
So they are my secret shopper. And I really appreciate, appreciate them. And now my customers are diverse. You have everybody who comes.
So that was your first restaurant. How many locations do you have now?
No, I have 4.
You have 4. So there are 4 potluck Caribbean cuisine restaurants in the GTA. All you St. Thomas people in the GTA, you should support this lady. She's one of us. Okay? So so we got to how you started, where you are now. One of the things I wanted to talk to you about is in the restaurant business, what is the most challenging thing about running restaurants, especially what we are experiencing with the pandemic? Employees. Okay. You don't have enough help?
Yes.
Okay.
Enough good help.
Oh my God.
Being in the restaurant is not just about handing the customer the food, it's about, loving
attitude,
them.
Behavior,
Yes,
punctuality,
yes.
all that good stuff.
Yes.
They say good help is hard to find, but
But I have some great employees.
Yeah, I'm quite sure you do. I'm quite sure you do.
I do.
I know one of them very well. We're gonna bring him on camera pretty soon, but we're gonna get to that. I came here a few days ago to support the Mark Bay High School fish fry venture. Mark Bay High School is celebrating 60 years, and we have what they call the International Fish Fry. So, this past weekend was the Toronto's leg. So Toronto has the baton right now. I think London is next. And I noticed that it was held in the parking lot of one of your restaurants, and the food truck that they use is also your food truck. I didn't know you were a past student of Mark Bay High School. I did not know that until I got here this past weekend. I heard about you, but didn't know you attended Mark Bay High School. Is that something that means something to you to support your alma mater? Is it something that's very important to you?
Yes, it is. It is. I was a past student, and I understand, when you don't have certain stuff to really do what you have to do. One of my sons went to Mark Bay High School. I have a nephew that's actually starting first form.
In Mark Bay High School?
Yes,
this September?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So, plus my community, my country, anything to make things better, I'll do my last to really support.
I realize that because I saw you, I didn't know who you are. I know about you because, with the connections, and I didn't know who you are personally because we never met. But when Lloyd told me that's you were actually working, cleaning up fish, bringing out food, just like a regular person. Most CEOs would be like somewhere well-dressed pointing fingers, but you were actually working hands-on, and that speaks volume because that shows how down to earth and how connected you are to everyday people, and that's really, 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 really commendable. But I also want to talk about some of your other philanthropic work with Aelous Valley Primary. Let's talk about some of the work you do with the primary school you used to attend when it was an all-age school.
Yes. We have our organization, my brothers and sisters, together we have TELFA. The acronym means Together Empowering Life for Achievement. So we do fundraisers, we put together, we sent 20 computers, 10 went to Somerset, 10 went to Aelous Valley. We did tablets and masks, tablet and mask for Aelous Valley. Somerset got school supplies and all that stuff. Can't remember everything because it's a list of stuff that we did. And presently we're doing a walk, run, ride to fix the walkway going up to the school in Somerset because the rain and all of that. It was really a challenge getting the computers over to the school, so that we're working on now.
Okay.
Plus, we're working on a project for Yallahs Baptist. They're doing some after school and all of that, and is asking for help.
So your organization is doing a lot of philanthropic work in the parish overall, primarily Aelous Valley and Somerset, but also Yallahs Baptist Church.
Yes, because that's where we're doing it in memory of our father, Lawrence Telford.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, that's really, 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 really impressive. So I would have you know, before I forget to mention, that the person you work with at Aelous Valley Primary School is my actual classmate, Miss Doreen Duffus. Hi, Doreen. See how small this world is, Doreen.
She's a great teacher.
She's a great classmate and a lifelong friend.
she's a great principal.
Oh yeah.
She goes over and beyond.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's my classmate. I knew her since I was like 11 years old.
Yeah.
She's a
good
girl.
person to work with.
Okay. So you know, I just want to tell you that I'm happy to meet you. I'm very impressed with you, and the Potluck Caribbean cuisine brand is somewhat of a staple in Toronto. What I want to ask you: do you have aspirations to go bigger? When I say bigger, I mean do you have aspirations to go to trickle across the Niagara on my side in the United States?
You know what? I actually helped to set up a potluck in New York before my cousins, and there was one. I did one in Jamaica too. It was Wharf Road down that plaza.
Yeah,
down
I think
there.
they call it Walker Plaza or something like that.
Yes. So I really did stuff out, but then I realized Pete was actually running the one in Jamaica. But then I realized I still have to go back and study on how to really let it not be attached to me so much, where if I'm not there, so.
Okay. All right. So,
I even did one in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, yeah?
That was the first one outside of Canada.
Outside of Canada.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes.
So, but they're kind of like different individual people running them, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, I just want to tell you that I'm glad to know that you're from St. Thomas and you have such a huge company. You're so humble. You look so down to earth, and keep doing what you're doing. I'm happy to talk to you. I hope the next time I come to Canada, you have another location in another spot.
It's really easy to set the restaurants up. For me, it's easy, but the hard part is to find the person that person to run it, because it's a challenge.
Oh, okay.
It could be, and you really have to love people, because you have some people who will come and they have some experience somewhere else, and then but you have to know how to diffuse and just love them, and just serve them. It's
for you, it's more than just food.
Yes,
it's the hospitality.
Yes.
It's
that's what
it's therapeutic for some people.
Yes, that's what keeps me here for 26 years.
26 years.
Yes,
Wow, I'm impressed. So thanks for being on the program. I also want to thank Mr. Lloyd Phillips, who is running around here somewhere. Here he comes now. So I'm trying to get him on camera before we close out. Mr. Lloyd Phillips, I'm trying to get you on camera, homeboy. I'm trying to get you on camera. This is the man that made this interview happen. This is the one and only Mr. Lloyd Phillips. You know how he is.
Just a brief appearance.
Thanks for making this happen for me, sir. This is his boss. Thanks, Miss Johnson.
Great employee.
Great employee. And next time I come to Canada, I hope we could sit down and talk about some other things, okay?
Yes.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Check out our website, thereallicense.com. Join our exercise program, Movements of Ja People. See you next time on The Real License, the only show that's licensed for real.
Yeah, you heard what my baby said.